started. So taking a few moments, taking your time to arrange your seat comfortably and starting to draw a tall spine, sinking the hips and legs into the mat. So softening and grounding through the lower body and beginning to lift the upper body. So lifting the sides of the waist, reaching the crown of the head to the sky. And start to engage the breath. So starting to breathe bigger. And then noticing as you breathe bigger, where are those places of congestion, of stiffness? Let's bring the breath to those places. And see if you can also either soften your gaze or close the eyes for a few moments here while we just start to breathe and notice. So noticing what comes up here, if there's any resistance, if you have thoughts that are starting to maybe disturb you from your meditative state, see if you can just breathe them away. So breathing space between the thoughts and creating a space where nothing exists beyond your mat. You're just here and you're breathing. See if you can bring a sense of pleasantness to engaging the breath. So maybe like a luxurious cat stretch sensation throughout the body. And maybe start to move a little bit in that kind of a cat-like stretching way. So we're just gonna start to move a little bit side to side or whatever appeals to you. You can keep your gaze softened or your eyes closed, that's ideal. And just moving, so feeling into the movement and noticing what places and spaces would like a little more attention, and maybe moving into the edges of those spaces. So pressing into the outside edges of your range of motion, the hips and the shoulders, but just making it really nice and easy. No wrong way to do this. And then let's actually start to bring some intention to this movement. So we're going to start to circle the hips. Just picking a direction and circling. And again, noticing those outside edges of your range of motion. Gingerly, maybe pressing into those outside edges, making it bigger. Let's go the other way. We're really taking our time with this, so nothing abrupt. Some kind of swishing sensation here. And then continuing to lengthen and soften the breath here. Let's find our way to our neutral tall spine. Couple of breaths here as you grow your tall spine. Once again, let's take the arms around and up. Inhale the arms as they come up. Bring your gaze to the thumbs. Exhale the hands in prayer to heart center. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Look at your thumbs and draw the hands down, hold here. Breathing deeply. Let's go ahead and bow the chin to the chest, take the palms to heart center, and if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now would be the time to do that. So just thinking, maybe just looking for what you feel you need today. Keeping it simple. Let's go ahead and move with the breath. So we're going to tilt our left ear towards our left shoulder, letting gravity do most of the work for you here, just opening up the side of the neck. Maybe you can take the opposite hand and gently lift and lengthen, but we don't really want to smash down, just something that feels good as long as you're hoping to lift and lengthen the side of the neck. So maybe just taking the gentle touch to the back of the skull near the ear and lengthening from there. Deep breaths. And then we'll take the chin slightly forward, bringing that stretch to the space between the side of the neck and the back of it. But notice the breath and the effects of the breath on the stretch. Just see if you can breathe a nice long deep breath. Watch the exhale effect. See if you can let go a little more. If you're holding tension in the shoulders, if you're gripping with your hips, see if you can let that go. And now we'll bring the chin down to center. Feeling the stretch in the back of the neck, lengthening here. Pull the belly in and draw the shoulder blades back so your spine is still nice and tall. And then very gently, we're going to come back over to the side and then maybe use your finger to press yourself back up. Give a big, deep cleansing breath here at center. Exhale completely. Soften. And then inhale deeply. And tilt over to the other side. And watching what unfolds here as the muscles start to release. Just observing. Again, notice if you're holding tension anywhere. See if you can breathe through that and let go a little more. Now we'll bring the chin slightly forward, changing where we're feeling the stretch and giving that some time to unfold, some time to release with the breath. So not rushing here, not worrying about how much longer. Just luxuriate in the stretch and know that we'll be moving pretty quickly, pretty soon enough. Take a deep breath in, exhale, draw the chin towards center. Breathe here. And then gently, gingerly rolling over to the side. One breath in. Exhale, let it go. Then on an inhale, just simply maybe helping yourself back to center. And let's shrug out the shoulders to release any tension that might have been created. So that stretch. And then let's open the arms out like wings behind us so that we press the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Lift the chest, maybe the chin if it feels okay on the neck, and then exhale, round, contract, draw everything in. So belly pulls in, chin comes to the chest, and your spine is pulling towards the back wall and lengthening. Inhale, open. Lift, exhale, round into chest. Inhale, open. Reach the chest forward, exhale, round. Open, reach the chest forward. Now take the fingertips behind you. Clasp the hands if you can. Draw the shoulder blades together. Expand the chest. Pulling the fists towards the floor. Lift the sternum. Maybe the gaze. So either gaze forward or lift the chin slightly. Breathe here. Soften your face. I just felt mine do a funny thing. Noticing what's happening. And then we'll release the fingertips to the floor, behind the hips. And ground through the sitting bones. Let's go ahead and extend your right arm out to the right. And rainbow up and over, side bend. So opening up the side body, inside the neck. Pressing length into the right side body. And then see if you could open the chest a little more as the space becomes available to you. And then soften. So maybe come out a little bit as you inhale. Exhale, soften and bend a little more. Flowing with this gently. And then soften and bend and hold here. We're going to open the chest. So notice the subtle difference there with the shoulder forward and rounded, and then open the chest like a cow pose. So you're reaching the chest forward. And then we're going to round here, reach toward the corner of your mat. So you can hold your opposite knee. If you get your opposite knee, that can feel really good to aid with the stretch. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Kind of contract through the shoulders. Feel the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open and hold. Jess is walking through the studio for that. Inhale to come back up. And then extend the opposite arm out. Inhale deeply, exhale, rainbow up and over. Giving it some breath. Start to notice the places of stiffness, of stuckness, maybe tension. See if you can start to open up. We're breathing in, maybe flowing a little, so coming out slightly, open up, exhale, soften and bend deeply. Inhale, open, a little bit out of it, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we're going to start to close. So before we close, I want you to notice the open. So open the heart, open the arm. Exhale, round. Grab that opposite knee. Contract, feel the back of your shoulder blade. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Open. Exhale, round. And either just actively reach or you can hold the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, round and protract. Inhale, open. Open and hold here. Maybe reach up and over. One more side bend. Before coming back up to center, we're going to walk it forward here for a few breaths. Into the hips, reach the chest forward. Back is flat, spine is long. Maybe tuck the chin in. Notice the stretch in the back of the neck. Breathe into your hips. Maybe soften towards the floor. Set the forehead down. Breathe here. One more deep breath here. And then inhale to come up. Walk yourself up. We're going to come down onto hands and knees. Find child's pose. So coming onto the knees, pressing the hips back to the heels. If you need something under your ankles or under your hips for support, take that moment to get that. But we're going to walk the fingertips forward. So see if you can lengthen the space between your hips and your low ribs. So lengthen and then soften back down, drop the forehead, breathe in your child's pose, Bhavana. Breathing into the hips and the shoulders, allowing them to soften towards the floor. So letting gravity and the breath do most of the work for you here, but not getting in the way. So we're just Try and stay out of our own way. On an inhale, look at your fingertips, walk them over to the left, stretch the hips to the right. Feel the lengthening and the opening in the right side body. Breathe into that space. And then inhale, look at your fingertips, walk them through center over to the right. Reach your fingertips to the right, stretch your hips to the left. Feel that stretch all through the left side body. Breathe into those spaces. Make it bigger. On an inhale, look at your fingertips, walk them back to center. Let's press up to a hands and knees position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. But actually, then we're going to take the palms about a palm's worth forward, and then we're going to circle the hips. And see if you can get like almost like a figure eight. So imagining our cat cows, and then kind of in the same mood of what we did this morning when we were just rolling side to side, kind of like a luxurious cat stretch, just getting curious, finding something that feels good. Be careful of your knees. And then go the other way. So yeah, if you need to walk it out a little longer, that's okay too. And then find your way back to center. Walk the wrists back under the shoulders and the knees back under the hips. We're going to take cat-cow. Pull the palms towards you, bend the elbows. Reach the chest forward. And then exhale round. Make everything really narrow and tall. Inhale. Drop belly, curl tailbone. Elbows are bent. The eye of the elbow comes forward. And then as if you're dragging the palms towards you. And then exhale round. So feel the contrast of those two actions, pulling the palms towards you, as if you're pulling legs through in your belly, and then exhale round, creating the legs in the opposite direction. One more of each. Exhale round. Inhale back to your neutral tabletop at center. And then we'll take the left arm up, open up. Exhale. Send the left shoulder down to the floor, reaching under the right arm. Maybe come up to, right fingertips, or you can take it further, either taking the arm up and finding your left hip crease. Let's see where you are today. And soften the shoulder toward the floor. So sinking the left shoulder down. And then see if you can look up past the right shoulder, twisting a little more. Breathe here. Let's come out the way we came in. So we extend the arm if you have the bind. Come back down to the floor. Press the right palm into the floor. Lift the left arm up. Hold here. Now circle back. And circle forward. Breathing. Inhale, open it back up, and then plant the hands. Rearrange your tabletop. So going back to tabletop, pull the belly in, open the right side chest, open the arm towards the sky, and then reach it under the left. Set the shoulder down, come to the left fingertips. Soften the right shoulder towards the floor. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, taking the left arm up, finding that right hip crease. So maybe looking up over that left shoulder, And then soften the right shoulder into the floor a little more. Long deep breath here. And then coming out the way we came again, re-extend the arm, plant the fingertips, open back up to the right side, and then circle it back, down, forward, and up. Long deep breaths. Inhale, go the other way. And then return to your tabletop, plant the hand. Let's take 2 cat-cows to warm the spine. So curling tailbone, dropping belly, elbows bend. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, back to neutral tabletop. We're going to take our spinal extension here, reach the right arm forward, and then inhale deeply. Exhale, press the left leg away from you, reach, actively pressing the heel away and reaching the fingertips, lengthen the spine. Inhale deeply, exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend and reach and hold. Bend the left knee. See if you can clasp with the right hand, finding this bind with a quad stretch. So we're balancing here, pull the belly in, and find a gazing point. Breathe. And coming out the way you came, and then plant the palm, plant the knee. One breath in, one breath out. And inhale, extend the left arm forward. One round of breath here, and then on the exhale, extend the right leg behind you. Press through the heel, activate through the core. So drawing the low ribs toward the hip points, and then exhale, round, draw the elbow to knee. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach away, hold, bend right knee. See if you can clasp with the left hand. Breathe here, find a gazing point. Press the foot into the hand and the hand in the foot to your degree. One more deep breath here. Re-extend, and then plant. Let's sweep through child's pose here to reconnect to the breath. Catch your breath. Notice what's happening. On an inhale, let's press up to our tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes and walk into downward facing dog. So you can pedal the feet out when you get there. Sway the hips. Start to send the sitting bones toward the sky, so maybe keep the knees bent to make that more accessible. And breathing long, deep breaths, maybe just gently sway the hips to find some space here right away. Just swaying some space into the side body, the low back, and the hips. And then starting to sink the heels towards the floor, coming into the stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. Start to work into that. Maybe pedal the feet out if you're not already. So starting to warm the backs of the legs. Sorry, my allergies are so bad today. The cat came in my room in the middle of the night and slept and gave me allergies. All right, so let's inhale. We're gonna roll forward. So finding that rounding in the spine as you come forward, shoulders over wrists. Bend the knees, send the hips back up, find downward dog. We're gonna repeat that, but we're gonna go nice and slow. Inhale, roll forward, rounded shoulders. Exhale, start to drop the knees, and then send the hips up and back. 2 breaths here. Inhale, round forward. Shoulders come forward up the wrists. Bend the knees, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward like a massage for the spine, rounded shoulders, then bend the knees, send the hips up and back. This time we're going to inhale, roll forward, coming into the rounded plank, and then drop the shoulders. Notice the difference. Find your regular plank with the shoulders grounded in the sockets. And now bend the elbows as slowly as you can to come all the way down to the floor. Release the feet. Extend the legs behind you. Plant the palms under the shoulders. Press the legs into the mat. Press the hips into the mat. Low back. Protected, so low belly pulling in. And elbows are bent at the ribs. Cobra pose. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Press into the palms. Look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, active legs. Cobra, release. Take a moment here, maybe make a pillow with your hands, resting one cheek. And again, we'll start to notice what our feet are doing. So extending the legs behind you. Let's take the arms, walk them out in front of us like Superman. Not unlike Superman, very much like Superman. Coming onto the fingertips, extend through the legs first. And then we're going to reach the right arm back, twisting here. So we're kind of lifted on the left side, supporting ourselves, but really pressing the left hand. So you can flatten the palm if that's easier, and then reach back. I feel a huge activation in my hamstrings there. So let's go to the left. Press into the right palm, reach the left arm back. Notice what your legs are doing. Are they supporting you? Where do you need to be more active? Where can you maybe let go? Maybe a little in the upper body. Return back to center. And then we're going to take our locust pose. Just reach the fingertips back. Lift the chest. Breathe here. And then return to plant the palms. Come to the low ribs. This time maybe take up dog. Maybe settle the hips. Hold here. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Drop the knees. Take child's pose. Wide knees this time. Comes together, knees apart. Hips back to heels. Breathe here. And on an inhale, come back up, tabletop. Tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog, breathing your down dog. On an inhale, press into the left toes, lift the right leg up and back, reach through the heel. Feel the stretch in the left leg. Press the left heel away from you. Feel length through that entire right leg, like a cat stretch for the whole leg. And then exhale. Here we go. Knee to chest. Draw it in. See if you can pull that shin up into the belly, and then we'll step it through. Set the left knee down. Come up to the right knee. And building Anjaneyasana. So sinking the hips, but engaging the thighs and lifting up there. And so very active here. I'm almost like I'm lifting my left hip. And then arms come up. And this right leg is super active. The foot is pulling towards me. And it's like a cinching sensation through the inner thighs, low hips. Maybe lift the chest, lift the sternum. Exhale, come down, plant the left palm, open the right arm up. Lift the left knee. We'll take our twist here in this lunge shape. Reach the fingertips back, down, forward, up for circles. And then go the other way. Last time, hold here, nice and open. So now, either drop your left knee, or let's simply roll the shoulder blade onto the back, come to the outside edge of the left foot, stack the feet or stagger, whatever you need, maybe in front or back, but lift, lift the hips. My balance is not all there yet, so do what you need if you need support. Breathing deeply, and then return to your plank. We'll lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. And then inhale, press up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Soften the shoulders towards the floor, press your chest toward your thighs. And maybe start to soften the heels toward the floor. On an inhale, lift the left leg up and back, press through the heel. Lengthen the left leg. And then breathing, feeling into the stretch in the right leg, feeling that stretch in the calf and the hamstring. How could you not? Inhale deeply, exhale, draw the knee into the chest, rounding the spine, and then really pull that left shin in, and then step it through. Set the right knee down, come up to the left knee, left thigh, and notice what's happening in the hips. My left hip is trying to hike up because I have some tension here. So level the hips, curl the tailbone, pull the belly in, roll the shoulder blades together on the back. Maybe start to lift up and soften. We're lifting up, but we're also softening into the left hip for a stretch. Maybe lift the chest and look up if that feels good. And then maybe even open up a little more. We'll come down, plant the right palm, and step into the right toes. Open up into your twist. Breathe here. And then circling it back down, forward and up. Really big, bigger than the last one. Inhale, open and go the other way. Inhale and frame the foot. And step it back. And then we'll go to roll over to the right side. And to the outer edge of the right foot, or stagger the feet, or drop your right knee. Breathing here in side plank. Pressing the hips forward and lifting. One more breath. And then find your way back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, find child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. And on an inhale, come on up, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Reach through the heel, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in and step it through. Runner's lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten into the right leg any amount. You're on the left toes. And micro bend in the knee, soften the chest over the leg. And then inhale, bend again. Exhale, soften and bow over the leg. Inhale, and then you lift the chest. Exhale, soften and bend and hold here. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the chest, runner's lunge. Exhale, come off with the left foot. Step into hips width distance, forward fold. Fold here. Breathing, you can grab opposite elbow and widen the feet if you need. On an inhale, release the arms, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, and we'll step the right leg back. Runner's lunge on the left side. Sink the hips, reach the chest forward. Exhale, on right toes, lengthen into the left leg. So straightening any amount and down over the left leg. Inhale, bend the knee, reach the chest forward. Exhale, bow over, straightish left leg. Inhale, lengthen, reach the chest forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, bend the knee and reach the chest. Exhale, bow and fold. And fold, fold and fold. Inhale, bend the knee, reach the chest forward. Exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Hold in your forward fold, breathe here. Send the sitting bones towards the sky. Big bend in the knees, and the chest just really snuggles into the knees. Letting gravity and the breath do all of the work for you here. But gently active in the legs, feeling the stretch in the backs of the calves and the hamstrings. Start to activate through the legs a lot more, feeling into your feet, and then start to round. So drawing the hips towards the ribs, really rounding all the way up. And then as you get to the top, crown of the head reaches toward the sky, palms reach forward. And building your Tadasana mountain pose, start to tuck the tail down, pull the belly in, and lengthen through the sides of the waist. Notice, are you active in the legs? Lift the knees, lift the thighs, engage. So maybe press into the toe mound a little more and lift the toes for a moment. And then plant them back in to the mat with some awareness. We're going to inhale, the arms are rounded up. Pull the belly and take a little back bend here if it feels okay. Exhale, bend the knees, dive the chest forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, release it back down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, belly's going in, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. Inhale, in plank. Exhale, drop knees, chest, chin. And then pull through to cobra. Elbows are bent. From here, take the fingertips off the mat. You need to straighten and lengthen yourself onto the mat. Please do that. And then we're going to lift. So draw the shoulder blades together on the back, lift the chest. Legs are actively pressing into the floor. Inhale deeply, exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, this left shoulder. Inhale, lift back up, repeat that. Inhale, come up, exhale, dip. Inhale, back to center, hold here. See if you can take palms under, or palms to low ribs under elbows. Press up again to up dog. See the hips here. If you can get nice and symmetrical, inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, lift over the left leg. I said left over the left leg. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, repeat that. Exhale, release down, drop the knees. Child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. And on an inhale, press up, tabletop, tuck the toes, bend the knees, downward facing dog. Send the sitting bones toward the sky. And we're gonna do some core work here. So press into the right toes, lift the left leg up and back behind you. Reach through the heel. Feel the stretch in the right leg. Maybe you can soften the right heel towards the floor a little more. I keep a micro bend in that knee all the time. Inhale, reach the heel away. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest between the elbows. And then we're going to take it to the left elbow and take it to the right elbow. Back to center. Left elbow, right elbow. Back and forth. And then back to center. Inhale, reach it up and back. And then exhale, soften it to the floor. Pressing into the left toes, lift the right leg up and back, reach through the heel, press it away. Inhale deeply, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, draw it into the chest, right between the elbows. And then left elbow, right elbow, center. Left elbow, right elbow, center. Left elbow, right elbow, center. Inhale it up and back. Exhale, soften the foot to the floor. Inhale in your down dog. Exhale, move forward to plank. Bend the knees, down dog. Going through these body rolls again. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, bend knees, send it up and back. Following your breath this time, so no breaks. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, bend and send the hips. Inhale, roll forward. Last one. Bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, let's walk the feet up to the hands. Find your way into a forward fold. Feet are wide this time. Really letting the chest drop, maybe in between the legs as well. Wide. Let's come up halfway, plant the left fingertips, bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg, twisting over to the right, extend the right arm up if you can. Otherwise, back with a low back, or hand to the low back. Holding here, a couple breaths. And then return, bend both knees, come back to forward fold. Lift the chest halfway, plant the right fingertips, bend the right knee, lengthen, straighten the left leg. Twist it over to the left. Maybe take the hand up, maybe have it on the low back. Breathing. Soften your face. Release back down. Bend the knees, release the chest, release the neck and head. Turn around to come up. So nice and slow, really rounded. And climbing to Tadasana. Press the hips forward, active legs. Inhale the arms around and up. And from here, turn the feet out. See if you can bend the knees, come down, Malasana. If you need to come down a different way, if you need to come down a little more gingerly and with more support, do that. But see if you can just kind of find your way here. Drop the hips, open the knees a little more. Hold for a moment, breathing, lengthen the spine, So making sure you're not jutting the chin forward or up like I just was. So tuck the chin in. And from here, we're going to move. And you can move fast or slow here. I'm going to use my blocks also. So we're going to straighten into the legs any amount and then drop the hips. And we're going to breathe with it. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten, look past your knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten into the legs. Look past your knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lift. Exhale. So inhale. So now I'm just going to do the breath. Exhale. And your hip lifts might be really small. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and hold. Vinyasa. Let's go ahead and take the left hand in front of the left foot. Open the right arm up. Twisting to the right. And then return that palm to the floor. So right palm in front of right foot, left arm opens. Breathe here. Soften your face. Relax your forehead. And then return to center. From here, we're going to settle the hips down onto the mat. Whew. We're going to take the feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana, butterfly fold. Find your stretch. So adjusting the feet as needed. And then grounding through the sitting bones, hinge at the hips to come forward. Any amount. And then lots of breath. Long deep breaths. And then coming back to your tall seat, help the knees back together. And then we're going to extend the right leg and then extend the left leg. Bring the right foot to the inner thigh. And then fingertips behind you, lengthen through the right side, and then hinging at the hips, coming to the outside of that left leg. Reaching the chest towards the toes, keeping a tall spine, so maybe just tuck the chin in gently. And finding your stretch. So just letting the breath and the awareness guide you into your stretch. And then on an inhale, lift the chest. Walk yourself up, and we'll extend the right leg. Bring the left foot to the inner thigh of the right leg. Fingertips behind you, left arm comes up, get really tall and long, and then hinge at the hips, come forward to the outside of that right leg. And an inhale, pull the belly in to come up. And we're going to come down, we're going to come back up onto our knees. So find your way up to your knees. And if you have blocks, maybe have them handy. If not, don't worry about it too much. Have the toes touched to help you with balance. And then knees under hips, a little, at least a fist's width between the knees. And then start to tuck the tailbone, get really tall here. Maybe put something under the knees if you have any irritation there. We're going to start to see if we can find our right foot or a block near our right foot. I'm going to start with a block, and then we reach up and over. So this is a camel variation. And then maybe you can start to, as the space is created, find the foot. Reaching up and over. Then we'll return to center. And then doing the same on the left side. And then we're going to expand on that. So left side, I've got the block, reaching up and over. And then maybe find the foot once you're there. And then coming back to center, and then over to the right. We're gonna flow with this now. So coming from the right, drop the hips, sweep through center, and come over to the left. Dancing camel, sweep through center, lift the hips over to the right, and sweep through center, left, and back through center, right, and evening things out, come back to the left, and then release that, come back to center, and we're going to extend the right leg out to the right, parallel and even with, so maybe your heel is even with the knee. Make any adjustments you need to make. Active legs, press the hips gently forward, tucking the tailbone. Take the right hand down the right leg, left arm comes up and over. Breathe here. And now take the right hand, or sorry, left hand under left shoulder. Reach the right arm up and over, press into the right foot. Nice side stretch, very luxurious here. And then go ahead and take that right arm up to the sky. Lift the right leg. Breathe here. If you'd like to amplify that, take the foot and get a quad stretch. We're balancing, so if that's too much, go ahead and leave it out. And coming out the way we came in, back to the knees. Whew. And getting ready to go to the other side, so extending the left leg out to the left. Maybe if not the ankle, then maybe the middle of the foot lined up with the knee. Find what works for you. So play with the differences. Mine's wanting to be a little further back. This hip is tight. So notice these things as you move through. Go ahead and take the left hand down the left leg. Reach the right arm up and over. Gate pose. Breathe. And then coming back up, let's plant the palm under the shoulder. Press into the foot, reach the opposite arm up and over. Left arm reaching over, left foot pressing into the mat. And then maybe take left arm up. One breath. And lift left leg. Breathe here. Maybe take the foot. Maybe you can't take it on this side, that's okay. Coming out the way we came in, re-extend, drop the knee. Let's come to child's pose. Walk the hips back, reach the palms forward, settle the forehead. Let's go ahead and come down onto our backs, draw the knees into the chest. You can rock and roll side to side, massage the low back. Let's take happy baby here. So bring the feet together, knees apart. And that way you can grab either the ankle or the outside of the foot. Draw the knees towards the floor, breathe. You can even roll side to side here. Give a massage in the hips, the low back, upper back, the whole thing. Let's go ahead and set the feet to the floor, across the right ankle, over. First, you're opening that right knee before reaching the hand through to look for more stretch. Drawing the shin toward you. Breathing into that right hip, keeping the right foot flexed to protect your knee. And then release the foot to the floor, uncross the leg. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and then open the knee out first before deciding whether or not to draw the shin in for more deep stretch. Breathe here. Breathing into the left hip. And then release the right foot down to the floor, uncross the legs, bring the knees into the chest. I'm going to extend our left arm out to the left, knees drop to the right for a simple twist. Low back, soften. Let the bones feel heavy here. And then maybe use your right hand to help the knees back to center for a switch. So rolling them over to the left, right arm extends. Soften, let the bones feel heavy. And helping the knees back to center, give them one last squeeze before stretching out into your Shavasana. Whatever that looks like for you today. And then really letting go here. Allowing, releasing, surrendering. If you can soften the forehead and the jaw, releasing the palate, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And then as you're ready to come out of this, taking a big cat stretch overhead, reaching through the fingertips and the toes before drawing the knees in and rolling over to one side. Take at least one full breath on your side. before pressing up to your seat. And then take a moment in your seat to notice the changes that you've created in your body and mind in this hour. And give yourself a moment of gratitude for bringing yourself to your practice today. You deserve it. And I thank you and honor you for your dedication and your practice. Namaste. Turn off the record.